Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today we're taking a closer look at installing and dyno testing the Diablosport inTune i3 tuner, available for all 11 to 14 3.6 liter Challengers. Now in the shop here we have a 2013 V6 strapped down to the dyno, ready to get this thing installed. And what I want to do before we jump into the details here is head right on over to the dyno graph and talk about results. All right, so we got our 2013 Challenger. It is a 3.6 liter V6 automatic transmission. We did our pulls here in third gear. Now, right off the bat, we wanted to establish a baseline run with our factory tune. We have 91 octane in the tank, which is very much worth noting, so we're not running a 93 tune. The factory tune made about 248 horsepower, 244 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. We then, of course, uploaded our new Diablosport 91 octane preloaded tune, ran it under the same conditions, and walked away with 263 horsepower and 249 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. That's good for peak gains of about 15 horsepower and 5 torque at the rear. Now those numbers alone for a preloaded tune aren't too bad, especially on 91 octane. Our curve gains get even better. Now under the curve, we're seeing as much as 21 horsepower and 26 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. The horsepower curve, we're seeing a really big gap right up at the top end of the RPM band, around 5,600 RPMs. Our torque curve is looking really good down low at about 3,400 RPM. So having that torque at the low end is going to make a huge difference for drivability. It's going to make it a lot more fun. Keep in mind, guys, this is 91 octane, so I'd imagine we'd see a slightly better improvement here if we were running a 93 octane tune. Now, as you just saw from our dyno graph here, a simple preloaded tune on the Diablosport i3 tuner can make some pretty significant changes to the way that this vehicle performs. We saw pretty good curve gains, especially at the low end with torque, so having this preloaded tuner is definitely going to make driving a lot more fun. It's going to alter throttle response, acceleration, the drive-by-wire delay, which is essentially the delay in time between hitting the gas pedal and your throttle body opening up, which can make a huge change in how quickly you get off the line, red light to red light. So daily drivers out there, makes a huge difference. Even weekend warriors and guys hitting the track, simple tune from the Diablosport will make all the difference. Now, aside from the actual tunes themselves, which again, you have multiple preloaded tunes on your inTune i3 tuner, but also the ability to store custom tunes on the device. Aside from them, there's a number of other features to take advantage of. The check engine light comes on in your Challenger. You can read and clear that Diagnostic Trouble Code, or DTC code, right on the device using the scan tool. Scan tool gives you the code, a brief description, and again, the ability to clear it. So that can really come in handy. You can also data log right on the device. So if you're working with a custom tuner, or even those preloaded tunes, you can data log the vehicle's performance for any possible changes or revisions to the tunes themselves. Within those tunes, even the preloaded, you have the ability to change some of the parameters using an easy or an advanced setting. Having that data log capability will allow you to fine-tune exactly how you use the advanced tune, custom or preload. Aside from that, you can also connect to a Wi-Fi network nearby. So connect to Wi-Fi, you can update the device software and firmware. You can check for updates right there in the settings menu. You can also play with some simple device settings, of course, like display and sound, and I'll walk you guys through all of those features in the vehicle in just a little bit. Know that the device comes in right around $400. Install is going to get 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Anybody can tackle this in the driveway at home with about 30 minutes from start to finish. It literally cannot be easier. I'm going to show you guys every single step of the process, starting with tuning your Challenger, then walking through the features. So what do you say we get started? First step here, guys, of course, you want to hop in the vehicle, grab the Diablosport inTune i3 tuner along with the plug included in the kit. We're going to plug this fat side into our OBD2 port located under our driver's side dashboard. So you just want to locate that guy and plug in your device. All right, once that's plugged in, take the other end. You're going to clip it into the bottom portion. It snaps right into place. Now we can get to work. From there, we're just going to press the on button without actually starting our engine, put it in run mode, and we can get to tuning. All right, right off the bat from the main menu, you'll have terms of agreement you just need to agree to, select yes. Now you have 3 options at the main menu: tune vehicle, scan tool, and settings. The first thing we want to do is jump right into tuning our Challenger here. So of course, I'm going to select tune vehicle. Please ensure the key is in the run position. So again, we did that pressing the start button twice with our foot off the brake. Now, going into the Tune Vehicle menu, you have really 2 options, Easy Tune and Advanced Tune. Now, Advanced Tune breaks down a preloaded or even a custom tune and allows you to configure some different parameters to your own personalization. Now, I'm going to select Easy Tune just to show you guys how to jump right into the preloaded options. There's a 91, 93, and an 87 there at the bottom. Now, our vehicle does have 91 octane in the tank, so we're going to go straight on with the 91 tune. Now from here you can select the tune, Diablo tune being the more performance savvy of the two, and then the 91 octane being your street option. We're going to go straight into the Diablo. So you want to select yes on that disclaimer again. Now you do have the ability to change tire size. So if you have larger tires, you're going to hit yes. If not, you're going to hit no. Now on our Challenger, we do have stock wheels, so I'm going to select no, but if you have aftermarket ones, you'll hit yes. Now if you want to change the gear ratio at this point, if you have an aftermarket gear, you can hit yes. We do not. Do you want to remove the speed limiter? Now at this point, that is personal preference. From the factory, your vehicle does come set with a speed limiter. If you want to remove it, you can hit yes. We're going to hit yes because we're on the dyno here. We want to make sure that we don't have any limiters in place there. Now the i3 will read a backup from the vehicle. That means it'll save the stock file to the device so that if you want to revert back to stock at any time, you can do so right here on your tuner. So you want to hit yes. At this point, it's going to prepare the vehicle, load the PCM, and it's going to save your stock file, so hit OK. This can take several minutes. It might load 0 to 100 a couple of times. You just want to make sure you're not unplugging the device and you're not turning off your vehicle. All right, at this point, it's telling us to turn the engine off, so I'm going to hit the button once and press continue. All right, so now back on, and again, you want to hit it twice, going from accessory to run, and then press continue. All right, at that point, it'll confirm any parameters that you changed, and you want to hit yes to install the tune. Apply as selected. At this point, it's going to load again 0 to 100 maybe a few times, writing the tune to your PCM. Make sure again that you don't disconnect the device or turn the vehicle off. All right, so it's telling us to turn it off again. Press continue. And then back on. All right, and then press continue. Back off, continue, and then once more back on. All right, tune complete. You can unplug, you can press continue, and it'll take you back to the main menu. All right, so back to the main menu, of course, you want to hit select or yes to confirm. Now I want to take you through some of the other features of the Diablosport tuner here, and there's quite a few to mention. Now in the tune vehicle menu, you saw us tune our vehicle to the 91 tune, but there's also an advanced option that takes you through some of the extra parameters like I mentioned earlier, but within that, you'll be able to load a custom tune if you have custom tunes loaded on your device. Now, of course, we're focusing on the preloaded tune, but it is worth mentioning that that is a feature here on the device. Under that is Scan Tool. So if a check engine light was to come on, you can press the Scan Tool button and move in to read the vehicle diagnostics, get the code, get a brief description, and you can even clear the code right from that menu. Now, of course, you're going to have your vehicle in the on position like we have here, but you can show trouble codes to check it out, clear trouble codes to clear it, and data log, which will allow you to record your vehicle's performance, which is really useful for guys running a custom tune. So if you wanted to record performance and communicate that back to your tuner for potential revisions, that's a good thing to have right here on the device, but the option is there for you in the Scan Tool menu. The settings menu, Wi-Fi configuration is useful for wireless updates, software and firmware updates on your Diablosport if you're within range of a Wi-Fi connection. Analog input setup may not need to be touched, but you can add parameters, modify existing parameters, or even delete parameters for some of those things that you can go in and tinker with to customize to your personal preference. Sound and display, pretty straightforward. You can change some of the backlight and sound options. There is a little beep every time you hit a button. Advanced options. You can check for updates here using that Wi-Fi connection I mentioned. There's a tech support menu, and you can erase custom tunes if you're replacing them with new ones or just looking to revert the vehicle or the device back to factory setting. And that's your main menu here. There's the question mark up there for a small help or FAQ menu, really useful for guys looking for answered questions. So from there, we're gonna unplug our device and test her out. That's going to wrap up my review and install for the Diablosport inTune i3 tuner for the 11 to 14 3.6 Challengers. You can pick yours up right here at AmericanMuscle.com.